How's it going, guys? Welcome to another Drown Here Sawa Gods video. I'm Burgas. Thank you very much for stopping and watching this video. I really hope you have a great day and also get some value from this video. Obviously, share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm reading all of my comments. So in this video, I'm going to talk about best free-to-play strategy that you can actually apply. I'm going to share with you some heroes that is going to help you in your progression to actually go higher in the goblin layer, or maybe if you want to get some extra gear. And I'm going to share with you the teams I'm currently using. Yeah, obviously I'm not free to play. I buy some bundles. I have a video that is on my channel if you want to watch it about my personal spending guide over what is going to be good to get it and what's not. But anyway, so I'm going to first go with the rare heroes, or the heroes that is easy to get, let's say it like this. Some of the heroes you're going to get very fast. Okay, so currently we're looking for all the elements. Actually, we're not going to go over all of the elements. I'm going to just directly point the free-to-play heroes that I think is easy to be get. Now, first hero is going to be Hexandra, absolutely crazy hero. And it's going to help you in a lot of content because you're going to need healers, obviously, in Drown Here Sawa Gods. So this is one of the heroes that I strongly suggest that is just going to give you so much healing, 20%. And if you put her one artifact that maybe I'm going to show. Yeah, I'm going to show the artifact. I'm going to talk about this one, Mirror of Living. When the target is below 35%, the amount of healing is going to be increased by 30%. So you see how she's just giving so much value. Now, the other hero that I suggest is, I think it was Valia or something like this. This is Vanyara. Now, this hero is going to help you in all the equipment dungeons, just because she's applying attack penalty, 100% chance. It's not like you need to level up this spell. The majority of the time you need to level up the specific spell. Like for example this one, if I go, it's like 75% chance and 75% chance to apply, and when you level up to level 3 you're going to get 100%. Here the thing is 100% attack penalty, extremely important for survivability, and you get this hero for free. That's why I think this hero is extremely must build hero. Now the other hero I suggest is also get Divine Aztec. I didn't actually invest in him so far, but since I'm building my wild team, but he's also Dauntless. Dauntless are very good one, on point of doing damage on the single target or multiple targets. It's very nice lightning damage. The other hero that I strongly suggest from free-to-play player heroes is Vladimir. Vladimir is a AoE damage dealer, is obviously Frost, and is going to help you buy out. Is going to be your main DPS in Grave of Venom. If you check out all of the teams, you're going to see him in combination with Rava. Rava is also Frost. Both of these two heroes is just crushing Grave of Venom. Absolutely beautiful. Now they're epic, so it's not like 100% chance you're going to get them, but it's extremely useful heroes. If you don't get Garius, that I think so far is one if not the best tank in the game. Where is my Garius? You can actually use Horus. Horus is a free-to-play player hero. You're going to receive him as a reward. And speaking about the best heroes, here's one other hero that you're going to also receive for free. This is Thorin, absolutely crazy hero, giving so much healing. Now the invisibility, I'm not quite sure how much is going to serve you well, but the buff immunity is something that you want to have, and I use him. It just he with my Garius. Basically Garius is making the best combo. Now Garius is the best tank from the epic heroes, period. This bad boy, if you have the right artifact on him, for example this one, which is Gatekeeper stuff, Now from point of artifacts, I'm going to make the separate video which artifacts you should get first and the order of purchasing the artifacts. Obviously we're going to have some artifacts that is going to come to you for free, like Great Demon Skill is going to just give it for you by finishing some quest chain, and you have also Quick Crown, that is exclusive artifact that is also something that you can easily get. But yeah, if you have to spend your prints, hero prints, yeah, you have to be careful there. So the other hero that I think is extremely valuable is Estella, especially when we're talking about extremely hard damage taking from the tank, like Grave of Venom, when the boss is hitting you and all these 4 bosses hitting you. Now for her, the interesting is she's marking the ally with the highest HP. Most likely this is going to be your tank, and increase the healing and shield they receive by 25%. If the Gyros is giving some over healing is converted to shield, you're going to receive more from this. On top of that is giving the buff immunity and defense up, which is like 60%. Gyros is built on the defense, is having defense aura for all of the battles, so these two together is making crazy combo and survivability. And here she's having some extra healing. The other hero that I strongly suggest is Voresh. Now Voresh is a hero that I think the majority of the people know is giving buff prohibition, is doing pretty nice damage. Now this buff prohibition is something that the majority of the time you're going to count it as just the buff over the bosses. The main reason behind is just because a lot of mechanics is stick together with how many debuffs is having. For example, in the Grave of Venom, the boss have 65 or 75% chance to hit with the boss, and this chance is reduced with each debuff they're having. So the more debuff you have on the boss, the less time, the less chance they're going to have to hit with the boss, and boss hitting with the boss is doing crazy amount of damage. So there is this type of mechanics going on around here, Sound God, so you have to be careful about this. Now obviously you're going to receive this hero for free with the exclusive artifact with her. This is basically this artifact. Back in the days it was a way different looking bad boy, but right now is this one. Now the summoning heroes, I'm not huge fan of summoning heroes, but I still use them in the grave, in the flame domain, because you know they're doing the job. Other hero that I can suggest is Anna. Anna is going to dispel debuffs and giving a recovery over time. Absolutely good for events where you just need to dispel one buff. For example, like in in the flame domain. In the flame domain, you're going to receive a single buff. She's going to clear this thing and giving recovery over time. Obviously, if you have some good artifacts, like for example this one, Solar King Horn, when the wearer heals an ally, increase the ally damage by 4.5% for 10 seconds, 3 stacks. Now since she's healing over time, now this artifact is working perfectly with healing over time, because you're going to immediately get the 3 stacks and you're going to get boosted damage. That's why I use him on Furbat for his second spell and etc. But she can actually get something in extra from there. Now the other hero that I can strongly suggest, if you need to clear more debuffs, Vikuk is going to help you dispel 2 debuffs from the ally and heal for 15% of the target maximum HP. Going further, did I miss? Yeah, this bad boy you're going to receive also for free. He's a tank. I have mixed feeling about him, but if you don't have any kind of tank, he's going to be good fit. And yes, Sigrid, I almost forgot about Sigrid. Sigrid is a hero that you definitely want to have. She's perfect for applying this attack penalty, healing prohibition. For example, in the Grave of Wrath, the boss is healing himself when he's eating the target. But there the things are a little more different, because if you don't do enough damage there, the boss is not going to split the target and is going to take a second one, and you cannot heal the targets that is in the boss. So yeah, very nice hero. I use her everywhere. Katrine is the other hero that I use a lot, especially for this debuff immunity. I can stack up this debuff immunity and actually, do some timing. For example, in the Grave of Wrath, I use her, even though that this bad boy is also giving debuff immunity. It's debuff immunity and additional 25% healing. You can time up this thing also, but it's the market alley will now be granted because it's for the market alley, just mentioning that. Now this is so far. Furbat is also very nice one, especially for his attack penalty, and he's a tank, so he's going to reduce the damage of the enemy, and at the same time is a tanky creature. Now let's talk about some other heroes that I think are valuable. Maybe Quest for the arena, very good hero if you're focused over the arena. Now for the arena, everything is about speed there. Now this hero is also very good one. HS is applying recharge penalty for 10 seconds, is 85%, so you don't even need to spend something on her with the 85%. If you level up to level 4, is going to get extra the last 15%. But yeah, now you can build different type of teams, like for example Browin and Thea is a wild team, which is going to serve you well. Usha is going to be a good hero. She's a frost, applying frost, doing some crazy amount of damage. Let me check it out. Do I miss somebody else? Groover is a good for taking out some debuffs from the boss, flashes to the enemy and launches 2 attacks each, dealing and stealing a random buff from them. So 2 attacks, basically going to be 2 debuffs, but you're going to need some accuracy there, just to mention that. Lethal, I think, is also a good hero, doing some good amount of damage and healing reduction, which is not a healing prohibition, for 10 seconds and 75% chance. If you have some struggles with the healing, I think those heroes with the healing prohibition is just going to serve you very well. Now I really hope I don't miss some hero that is going to be extremely valuable. I don't go over the legendary one. Adopus is a very good hero right now, is doing some damage and give some shield and get like 15% target maximum HP, 3.1k and Lyman shield to all allies. Very good hero right now. Even in the temporal vortex, people are using Adopus for there. So yeah, I think this is the heroes that most likely you want to focus. Also WoW is a good one, attack penalty for 10 seconds. You just need the ultimate to level 3 for full attack penalty. It's more PvP hero, but a lot of people are using her in Grave of Venom if they don't use these 2 bad boys. So yeah, I guess this will for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. I really hope you get a value from this video. I wish you a great day and see you in the next video.